Good morning. Good morning from Melbourne, Australia. Good evening to friends in North America. And hello to anyone watching on replay. My name is Nancy Hetker, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Melbourne, Australia. Today I am going to be playing with a bundle of products from the upcoming celebration brochure. Our new mini catalog goes live on the 4th of January, which is coming up very soon now. And with it, for January and February, we have another celebration event. And this is an opportunity to get free products with a minimum purchase. And I'm going to be playing with one of the items from this bundle, from this brochure. If you don't have any of the current catalogs, including the annual catalog or the new January to June mini catalog or the celebration brochure, drop me a note and I will be happy to get one out to you if you are in Australia and aren't working with another demonstrator. I keep trying to say suite or bundle, but this is a bundled item in the celebration brochure called Friendly Hello. There's a Friendly Hello stamp set and Friendly Hello Designer Series paper. And they come as a set, and in Australia it's a purchase of $180 that will get you both of these items for free. And it's a nice photopolymer stamp set. I haven't done anything with it, otherwise they'd be mounted here on the case itself, but we're going to take care of that today. And then the Designer Series paper I think is really, really pretty. Nice light summery colors for us here in Australia. And they are Pool Party, Fresh Freesia, Pale Papaya, Granny Apple Green, another Pale Papaya, and then all of the colors together on this multicolor one. What is that darker blue? That is, it has basic black, shaded spruce is the darker color here. And then the back side, they are, well, this one still has the same tropical floral pattern, but a little more neutral, and I love the stripe too. But I have picked out two pieces to play with today. Oh, that's an old retired scrap. I'm going to play with this one and this one. Put the rest of these aside, out of the way. If you're here, please do say hello. I see Pauline is here from Western Australia. Hello. And Paula from New York State. Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to start with the Fresh Freesia piece, I believe. And one of the things that I try to emphasize to card makers, but new card makers often need to hear this a little bit more, is one of the ways we get the effects that we really, really like in the cards is by adding layers, mats behind images and frames and more layers to get that handmade, hefty, solid look that we really do like for our cards. So I am going to set this aside for a moment, bring in my trimmer, and I'm going to start making some layers for what I want to do. So I have gone ahead and I've pre-cut a card base. If you don't know the basic layering sizes in whichever measurement you work in, again, drop me a line, Nancy at nancysniftynotes.com, and I will get them to you, because you need to have just the very basic step down proportional matting. In metric, I think it's very, very easy. The cards are 10.5 by 14.9, and you just step down half a centimeter, 5 millimeters each time. The measurements are stepped down by a 1/4 inch in the inches world, and those can be a little more confusing. So if you need help with that, do just let me know. But the other thing about layers is that oftentimes you can hide things. So the fact that there's a big circle out of there isn't bothering me at the moment, because I think it may wind up, may not wind up hidden. I'm gonna, for simplicity, I'm just gonna go ahead and make a full layer, and then I don't have to worry about it. If I were doing this off camera, I'd probably take a chance on it and cut a full layer if I needed one, but just for simplicity, I'm going to go ahead. So my next layer down is 14.4 by 10. And that gets me a perfect layer. And then what I'm going to do, the next layer is going to be from the scallop contours. I'm going to do this big frame. See, that goes right on there. I'm going to run that through my Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine here. There's that. I just need to get rid of all the little bits. And the easiest way to do that I have found is this brush. The current brushes, they go on the end of your, oh really, come on. Take a pick tool. My old one that we used to carry still works fine, so I don't say replace it just because there's a new version, but every once in a while a bristle comes out, and when it's not working, I'll replace it. So there's that layer. See, that goes on there. Now that's not perfectly proportioned. Well, the proportion is fine. It's not the same proportions, but that's okay. And I'm going to, the thing with layers is sometimes you do have to do some calculating, which is fine. So I do have a sheet that gives kind of the exact measurements in there. I will pull out. This is available on my website, nancysniftynotes.com, and it's a printout exactly like this, telling you the size of the white piece that goes inside these layered dies. I'm trying to decide what I'm doing because I have an idea, but I'm still making it up as I go. So I'm going to pull out another piece of black. gonna be enough. 8. Oops, go this way. You can't see it, but there's a score in there. I was going to get it on the wrong side of that. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I thought I wanted it a little bit smaller, but I'm good with that. So you can see it all kind of pops a bit there. So having done that, now I'm going to finally get to this and figure out which way I want it. I don't think it really matters. So there we are. That's how the card is going to be. And now I can choose whether I want it this way or this way. And that in part is going to be determined by what I decide to put on there. So let me think about this. Hi, Lorraine. So nice to meet up with you in person yesterday. Hope you had a good rest of your day. Yeah, so I'm just doing a little thinking here about what I want to put on there. I'm going to bring in my stamp set. Now, I could just do, I'm thinking here, I'm going to, Stampin' Up! Has, in this last catalog, started putting these here for us to move our stamps to, instead of storing them on the plastic sheets. And I've decided I like it, so I transfer them over. But I recognize I might not decide to do that all the time, so I do keep these plastic sheets, and I'll show you where I put those. This is a nice stamp set. Sometimes, well, because it's a level 2 bundle, I would expect it to be quite nice, but there's a lot of stamps in it for a free set. Ooh, a nice little speckle. One of the nice things about moving the stamps is that I actually see them a bit more than I do when I look at the whole thing. Okay, so I just take these and I'm going to stick them right there. Now I have them, they don't block anything, they're not in the way. So what am I going to do on here? do this Hello Friend because I love how big and bold it is. Put that on block. I'm going to try it 2 different ways to see what I like. So I'm going to ink it up in Memento Tuxedo Black, and I'm going to pull in my matte because it's a big bold stamp photopolymer. It's going to, whoop, there we go. It's going to need that cushioning. Oh my goodness. Out. I'm going to stamp it one more time. Sometimes when they're brand new, they need an inking or 2. Turn out the best. Let's try cleaning it. Hey, Roseanne. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Maybe. There we go. Okay. Get all the Memento off of there. And how am I going to cut that out? That's a possibility. That might be a better possibility. Okay, we're going to try that. Be right back here. So that's from Stitch So Sweetly. Get that messy thing out of here. Bring that in. That's a possibility there. Still thinking. And I've brought in some dies that would work well to be some silhouettes on here. What am I doing? Decisions. Hang on 1 second. Okay. Find some black scrap here. I'm going to cut a few things at once here just to have them to play with. Oh my, come here. Sometimes they stick to the plate. There we go. And sometimes they stick to the die. There we go. I did this one because it looks to me like the leaves that are on there. Okay, let's play a little. I'm actually going to cut this layer down just a titch. And another titch. I like how that's going. It lightens it up. Bring the fresh freesia back out of the background. Yeah. I like that better. That lightens it up. Okay, I'm liking where that's going. I don't know about you guys. So since I didn't put adhesive sheet on the back of the black to cut these little die cuts, I am going to use my other favorite little trick, which is sticky tape. Set that aside. Okay, now we're going to start layering up. These two are going to go together. Just going to move these down a little bit. So, brain running all the time here. I'm going to pop that layer up, I think. And I'm going to pause here actually, because I want to see, do I want to add some ribbon? And if so, which one? Kind of a which one and how. Sure I don't have anything I really want to use up in my little treasure box. Treasure bowl. Nope, not for that one. This one has these iridescent sparkles on it that pick up pinks and oranges particularly well, I think. Especially if I can get it to unfold on itself. There we go. Yep, I tell my students, you just got to keep playing with bows to get them to, they look like you want. Okay, let's see here. And again, wrap and sticky tape. See, on the dark, they pick up blues. It's just a really cool bit of ribbon. So again, check and see. I like how it's going. Yeah, I do like that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this on. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on. this one goes on there. And I am going to find my glue dots. And I'm going to try to, I'm putting a glue dot under this ribbon so that when I glue dot the bow on there, it's really secure because the ribbon won't be moving. I like to add lots of pressure on that glue dot. And let's see what we're trimming here. There we go. So there's that one. Yeah, I like the ribbon. It's actually pretty subtle with all the sparkly still, but yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, got another one in mind to do. Just have to put that away, put that aside. Okay. This one I want to use the pale papaya. I'm going to bring in, again, I have a pale papaya card base. Where are we with time? Okay. And what sort of thing are we going to do here? I'm going to use a basic black card base this time. And this time we're going to do, what is this here? 10, 14.4. You might remember that from, that's how we started with the last one. I think I'm going to wind up embossing that, but let's take it one step at a time. And yep, I think I'm going to go with that. Same general idea, just slightly different. Where's my cheat sheet here? 6.5 by 9.8. So you can see same kind of idea, just a little bit different execution. It could go either way. Yeah, I'm gonna emboss that with this is a new embossing folder in the upcoming mini catalog. It's called Hive 3D. That'd be fun to try that out today. I don't know. We're going to set that aside and figure out what else is going on there. Hope you have the best birthday. We always hope that. I'm looking for there we go. Use my embossing buddy there. See how straight we can get this. Bring in my Versamark. And I am going to go heat emboss this in white, and I will be right back. That's going to be good on there. What else? What else? What else? Clean that off. I think maybe let's do a butterfly. A few options for butterflies here. Okay. This is how we really craft, right? We use all our tools. Have to get all of our bits. So, get them all? Yep. Yep. Liking that. Wondering about this ribbon again. Just a little bit of something, and I probably wouldn't do a bow. I would just probably do a little bit, maybe back behind there. And I think what I'm gonna do is bring in where's my Wink of Stella? And I'm just gonna make my butterfly glimmery too. Don't know if you can catch that on the video, but it just puts a really very fine glimmer shimmer on there. I'll bring it up and see if you can see it. Just waiting for my feed to catch up. See if you can see it. Whoops, I see a little bit that I didn't get. Gotta get the whole thing. So, there it is. Trying to figure out the end of this. There we go. Okay. Do some assembly here. You might wonder why I'm doing that. It's because I want to trim it all flush with that. There we go. It's much easier to do when it's loose. Okay. Again, I'm not going to put a bow on this one. I just wanted to get the little bit of sparkle there. And I've done another rethink. Thing here. Whoops, sorry about that. Remember I mentioned you could just paste right over? Well, you can, especially if you cut it to the correct size, which I didn't. Let me do some thinking here. So what I want to do is actually have it on a white base. Okay, there's my white base. And we're just going to stop futzing around and we're going to get it right. And 14.4. This one that needs to trim down some more. This is hard to do on. Come here. Again. Sorry. We'll get this right. I better guillotine. Okay, let's see where we are here. I want you to be very thin, black, matte. Yes, okay, so that's good. You guys still with me? Sorry about all that. We'll get it right. So Lorraine, if you're still with me, I'm unclear. Is the the cricket is now over here in Melbourne because Australia did so well against England yesterday. Yes? I don't know. Okay, so we're going to layer these together. Okay, moving on here. And that's going to go on there. We're going to pop that up. Next game is Sydney. Okay, so that's what I thought, because I read in the paper today that there were people who'd come down wanting to see all 3 days and were disappointed that they got like a day and 90 minutes. I don't begin to understand cricket. But that's okay. What did I do with them? There we go. Now, to put this on, I've rolled up a glue dot to put right on the thorax there. Just a little bit, see if I can get a second one on there. Yep. And I find my fingertips wind up hurting if I smush as hard as I want to. So this flat tip of the take your pick is great for that. There. So there's that one. I'm happy with that in the end. Took a little bit to get there. Okay. Let's bring the other one back in. So you can see the cards themselves are really pretty simple, but it's the layers that really help give them oomph, I think. So thank you for joining me today. Again, if you need catalogs, you can make sure you have the current catalogs. We have this one. It starts the 4th of January. We have the celebration that runs all of January and February, and of course our annual catalog that goes through the end of April. So if you need any of these and are in Australia, feel free to contact me, Nancy at nancysniftynotes.com. I'd be happy to send them out to you. Also remember the measurements for the layers inside these scallop contours dies. They're also available on nancysniftynotes.com. In my shop, if you look, there are tutorials, and just scan through there. It's available as a free download. So feel free to help yourself if you want that. It's in inches and in centimeters. Hopefully that's helpful to you guys. And I will be back. I should be back here again next week. I don't have plans to take off again. So I will see you then. Thanks for joining me. Happy New Year. Bye-bye.